What's up? February 9th, Monday. Welcome to the stream. Again, we hit a 800 lot on the push up to the 150s. 400 buyer tagged in at 119. We're fading that guy. And there was another buyer for 400 lot hit at 25.39 after previously hitting 800 or 1,000 in sell side with the stab to the 25K, and the seller fatigue popped in above that. So now we are consolidating after a 4K dump of delta. Seller delta 4K in aggression for the session, now coming back on about 2K of that aggression, and now creating a pullback of some of the trailed shorts getting tagged in as buyers. Now we just got a couple hundred lots of buyers at 25.87. Could be getting some buyer absorption off of those guys. We will see. What's up, everyone? Okay. Gonna go grab a drink.
I'm tired, but I'm wide awake. In darkness, I can see your face. When you're with me, there's no pain. A vision and you're gone again. And I
Yo, yo, yo. Yeah, it's pretty sick. Hold up. Let me find the name. I know life. It's called The Artist is Bound to Divide with Lauren Lamont. When the Sun Goes Down. When the sun goes down. All right. So, Kevin Kluve, you're Kluve, right? What's going on? What's happening, man? Rainier's Discord is dead AF, man. What happened? Hope he's all right. So we got a few buy lots here. 104.87. They gonna accept these guys or punish them? Looks like it's gonna jitter against them and absorb them to continue lower. We have another buyer up here at 25.39 that we could come back and retest the fervor on. Previously, after hitting all these sell lots down here at the sub 25K region, 100 lot, 100 lot, 100, totaling 736 and 388, 1,000 in delta, hit down at the 25K region. So we're just pulling back on some of the seller fatigue bounce we had. Just chilling. How's your trading life been going? Good? So we went all the way to the 26K and then came back to the 24. We were getting some rocket ships last week, I believe. Did they lock in on any time frame? Not really. We had a 6 time frames oversold on Friday. I remember that. Look at that. And then boom, boom, boom. Nukes doing their thing. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, I saw that. NQ still works if you can catch an inflection point, like a turning point and then you ride one of the candidates in either direction. It's been hella easy as like a low-hanging fruit kind of deal. Like you wait for a theory like this to develop where it hits a bunch of sellers and comes back on the sellers. You're like, okay, seller absorption and or exhaustion because we've been selling off all day, and then boom, you can catch a bottom with confluence, pairs with any system. Here was a buyer absorption idea because these 200 lots have no reason to buy here. There's no key level, so the getting absorbed made sense. I didn't take it, but seen it enough times that I could have if I wasn't already up for the day. Yo. Been playing Final Fantasy VII Intergrade. It's pretty good. $116 seller at $25.70. You gotta go to work. No. Okay. We're getting in the mood for the next Resident Evil coming out. Playing a remake on GameCube on a CRT to my right. This is one way to make patience pay for you. Wait, did I pick up the gun? I did. No thanks. Don't want any of that. Shout out to the lovely 3 of you watching. If you could be so kind. I think we go down the stairs. Okay, so if we get that sword, we can unlock all these doors, but... Coming back in off the value area low. Looks like it's 2570, and there was previously a seller, 227 seller, that just got hit and or tagged in, and it's coming back on that person. Still got 15 minutes, so still letting the dust settle. but it looks like if it comes above the buyers at 25.88, you could be rewarding them again. There was a 200 lot buyer that got absorbed up there just a moment ago. Just tagged another 100 lot seller at 25.60. And we got 10 minutes. Boop, 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 boop. All right, gonna turn this off now. All right. Hit sellers, sellers, sellers after the buyer up at 119. They hit 800 in buyers and then just been pulling back, on about 1,000 plus sellers. The other 400 lot buyers at 25.39. There's a bunch of spikes down in this region. A lot of big lots getting hit on the push down here. There was, what is the volume points of control over here? We have a high volume node around 24,703 and then a volume point of control from February 5th at 24,768. Other than that, let's see, what is that? Yeah, the high volume node is basically November 14th through the 25th consolidation range. Probably if you even take this fixed range too, yeah, it's relatively in the same from like September to October. So we're in a range that we consolidated at for some time, basically. Even if you go back as far as September 19th to October 17th, like a month, it's all in this region. That's kind of why we bounced there on the 5th. It looks like boom. So do we pull back to the halfway point of the bounce from Friday? It's interesting. We shall see. How's it going? What's up, Woke? Yeah, it's getting in your own head is the dealio. Just gotta wait for the undeniable trades and then just hit the button. Do whatever you have to do to distract yourself from getting in your own head about it, Or just size down and just like trade it like base hits until you get there. No rush. Look at yourself on like 30-day time frames. Everyone wants to get there in like 5 days or 3 days. Like, what's the minimum? It's like, that's the issue. Yo, like, I'm talking woke, like your account on a 30-day time frame. Like, it says minimum to pay out 5 days or 3 days, or, it's like they want you to rush so that you are haphazard about it. Consistency one or something. Right. They're like, rush it, fast track. Like, everyone has these names. I tried it just to say what it's like I'm gonna see what red tape they try to put in, but I got one with that, and I'm not trying to rush it in 3 days for sure. I liked the higher maximum payout. That was the only thing that I looked at, really. I was like, but you don't have to do it in 3, right? Like, I'm like, right. Two minutes. How you doing? Do you have a good weekend? Yo, the lit- yeah, the winters can get pretty rough. 30 seconds. We got a 400 lot above price action just now at 80 25.87. Here we go. Bam. Wow. Yep. Booyah. Yeah, I just took that to beneath some seller hits. There was some seller fatigue at 980 and I took it there and I'm up. Boom, got paid. That was a good one. It's a nice W too, potentially. Doom, doo, 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 doo. Looks like you're gonna get it. There's a 900 lot spoofer that just entered the party at 2590. He's up at 2590. See you, man. Yeah, the 2590 spoofer looks like he wants to get filled. Like he's not budging at all. He's like, give me my 900 contracts. I'm out there. Or he's really dead set on that being a sell wall. But either way, it's gravitating up to his liquidity. Let's see if it tags him. We're 2590, 900 lot. And there. He moved it. 25,120 now. So he's gravitating price in that direction. That's a rarity. Normally they use that to suppress. It'll probably do a FU and then fade if that's the case. It'll give the one telegraph and then be like, psych. It's like they telegraph scissors, then they throw paper at the end, you know. ES has no spoofers, surprisingly. Ooh, they hit the 900 lot. They hit the 1,000 lot. Wow. So that hit a 915 and a 211 buyer up there at 120. So it's pretty amazing. Became the new volume point of control. Doom, 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 doom. The weekly open up at 155-ish. And the previous week mid is what we just hit at 134. Looks like they accepted that 1,000 lot buyer at 120. That wick down and then bounce off it. For the interim, at least. Ain't nobody got time for that. DYORYMIMHO. It is bean time. Mm. There she moves. Damn. There's also a 264 resting order at 975 for ES. It's pretty static. It's not going anywhere. It basically appeared from the London session, dropped down. So the resting order is from somebody who's short, and that's probably their stop. So if it comes above the London area, then they might be aiming for that. Needs to come above the 60s, though. Yeah, there was no volume in any of that. Go beneath the 1,000 lot at 120 if it accelerates below that. Essentially getting acceptance beneath that 1,000 lot at 120. This retest will tell the truth. This whole VWAP it's just creating this whole range within this volume point of control / VWAP range. Yeah, I took that initial long, but everything else looks like junk. We're basically playing around the weekly open, daily open, and what is that? Previous quarter mid and previous week mid. So this entire region between 153 and 133 is like a key level zone, if you will. Yeah, I'm not seeing any volume to justify anything other than the 120 candidate playing above or below that. Ooh, we just had another buyer. 124 lot at 120. And a insta reward to that candidate. So the buyers might be tipping their hand here to push it, nudge it above the volume point of control and VWAP. That looks slightly more like buyers in control to me. Yeah, it's pretty squirrely. It's a lot of wicks on both sides. It's a Darth Maul candle. Nice Pepsi. Yeah, it looks like the buyers are holding at 120. Like if I hadn't already taken trades, I would have taken that jitter above that candidate there for the long. And then just protect my entry every time it comes back. And then I would be out there. Yeah, it's acting spooky. This looks like a fake out now. And I might even consider reversing. We got that volume imbalance from the drop down to at least kiss, perhaps. Damn. That was a lot of fake outs before it actually went anywhere. People selling up here. Some people just sold like 100 lots at 188 and 196. Looks like they're taking partials on a loan. Yeah, having a nice gaming chair is a nice investment. You rocking one, or what are you in? It's nice. Yeah, I can't see all the monitors unless I lean back, so it's kind of, it forces me to relax. Yeah, we equate like focus to like being alert or something. Right. Or like we look at it like, it's like it is like sniping, cuz like if you're a sniper, you have to maintain your grit and your mettle and your composure under pressure, whereas like, if you're like running like a frontline submachine gun, your trigger figure needs to be quick and, on the draw, but the sniper needs to line it up and take a deep breath and like ease into it, like a hunter. Trading is like hunting. You gotta like, and now, like, it's not it's not one of those, yeah, where being super eager helps you. That was a good point to peel off, if any, up there. At least you got the patience in it, and you built the position in that idiot box to get paid. Yeah, catching fatigue points or absorption points or whatever you want to call it. It's like, yeah, it's like you're getting that pivot, you know. Right, right, right. And you're just getting that instant where you can have very little to no drawdown and just goes in your favor and you're out. Right. Yeah, like earlier I took like a counter trend short on Top Step with some linked accounts and then I got paid and I locked it in. And that's why I'm so big on the whole like locking it in and trailing because you don't know like, and so you might as well, if it does go the way you see it, then at least take that, the market gave it to you and you can always reassess and determine whether you want to get in again or whatever. And then there's times where it accelerates and you're like up 300 ticks on the runner and you're like, whoa. So yeah, but it's more about minimizing the risk because you look at the inflection point or that potential pivot point as like, okay, I'm really near where it would be negated, where my theory doesn't hold water anymore, so I can just get out. Like that 120 character, we kept talking about buyers at 120, and then when I saw that 100 lot enter, I was like, ooh, this guy could be getting strength. And then it started to waver a little bit, but then it came back. And it's just like, it doesn't matter what I think. It just became objectively true that the buyers were in control at 120. The only thing up here is a January 21st volume point of control at 214. We previously rejected right off it. But yeah, that's the London. Oh, yeah. Well, glad to hear it. Hopefully everyone is still rocking it. We'll call it here as well, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. So, yeah, have a good one. Stay positive, guys.